Have you ever stopped to think about what lies behind something as common as glass? What if I told you that inside the factories, where temperatures rise above 1,000 degrees, there is a process as dangerous as it is fascinating? A secret preserved by artisans for thousands of years, capable of transforming fire into art, something few people have the courage or the skill to master. Today, you will discover the hidden side of this ancient technique. But be careful. After seeing how everything happens, you may never look at a simple glass object the same way again. Inside a company specialized in glass artifacts, everything begins long before the piece takes shape. The environment is carefully prepared to receive one of humanity's oldest and most fascinating materials, glass. The furnaces stay lit day and night, keeping the molten silica at temperatures that easily surpass 1,000 degrees Celsius. It is from this incandescent glow that the magic happens. There, experienced professionals take turns, observing every detail, every color shift, every change in viscosity. Nothing is done by chance. Every movement is calculated. Every step requires precision and sensitivity. Among these professionals is the glass blower, an artisan whose skill goes far beyond physical strength or technique. He masters time, temperature, and even his own breath. With a metal blowpipe in hand, he gathers a portion of molten glass from the furnace. The glowing mass, almost alive, slowly rotates as he begins to blow. The air pressure, the rotation of the pipe, and the complete control of his gestures allow the glass to expand, taking shape before the eyes of anyone watching. It is a dance between the human and the material, a millenary choreography that demands patience, mastery, and love for the craft. The technique, known as blown glass, originated more than 2,000 years ago when artisans from the Phoenician region discovered that air could shape hot glass. From there, the practice spread throughout the world, becoming a milestone in the history of art and manufacturing. Ancient civilizations already recognized its value, using it to create vases, containers, and decorative pieces that still impress today with their delicacy and perfection. The human breath became a symbol of life in each piece, as if the artisan left a fragment of himself in everything he created. Back in the present day, inside a modern company, tradition and technology walk side by side. Although precise equipment makes temperature control easier and ensures ideal working conditions, it is the glass blower's talent that defines the true uniqueness of each piece. He understands the behavior of glass at every stage, when it is extremely hot and malleable, when it begins to harden, when it needs to return to the furnace, and when it can be shaped with specific tools such as tongs, shears, and water-soaked wooden blocks. Every detail matters. Every intervention is unique, and no piece will ever be identical to another. As the piece takes shape, it undergoes a controlled cooling process. This prevents the glass from cracking or exploding due to thermal shock. Afterward, the final finishes are applied, such as grinding, polishing, and painting. In some cases, more elaborate decorative techniques are added, creating details that transform the object into a true work of art. The result is always surprising. Vases that look like they're made of pure light, elegant bottles with personality, sculptures that play with transparency and color. Each piece is living proof of a craft that combines technique, sensitivity, and history. And so, after an intense journey full of dedication, the product reaches its final stage, commercialization. Whether in specialty stores, art galleries, design fairs, or virtual showcases, each item carries not only aesthetic value, but also the story of its creation. The customer who acquires it takes home not more than a glass object. They take a fragment of tradition, an artistic expression, and the essence of handcrafted work that has survived through centuries. They also take with them the talent of professionals who day after day keep one of humanity's most beautiful and respected techniques alive. Blown glass is exactly that, a meeting between past and present, between fire and air, between technique and emotion. Proof that even in an increasingly automated world, art made by human hands remains irreplaceable. Blown glass is far more than a technique. It is a cultural heritage that has crossed centuries, challenging fire, time, and the limits of human skill. In this video, you followed closely the journey that transforms incandescent material into art, guided by the hands of professionals who dedicate their lives to a rare and extraordinary craft. If this content awakened a new way of seeing the world around you, keep exploring. There are stories, processes, and impressive traditions hidden within the simplest objects of our daily lives, waiting to be revealed.
We open the bidding at $400,000.
$400,000. Do I hear 450?
450 in the room, looking for 5.
This one is ready for the Dubai shipment.
Secure it tightly. We need 2 more pallets.
Ensure that pallet is secured tightly against the back wall.
Yes, ma'am. Everything accounted for on the manifest.
Look at the detail on this one. It's absolutely stunning, the way the light catches the colors.
I've never seen anything like this. The colors are so vibrant.
It's mesmerizing, isn't it? A true masterpiece.
Within a company specializing in glass artifacts, everything begins long before the piece takes shape. Within a company specializing in glass artifacts, everything starts long before the piece takes shape.
A secret kept by artisans for thousands of years, capable of transforming fire into art, and which
Have you ever stopped to think about what is behind something as common as glass? And what if I told you that inside the factory,
We pour our heart into keeping this tradition alive.
It is truly beautiful. Thank you.
The client who acquires it takes home more than a glass object. They take a fragment of tradition.
And so, after an intense journey full of dedication, the product moves on to the final stage.
It undergoes a controlled cooling process. This prevents the glass from cracking due to thermal shock.
As the glass piece takes shape, undergoes a controlled cooling process. This prevents the glass from cracking.
As the glass piece takes shape, it undergoes a controlled cooling process. This prevents the glass from cracking or exploding due to thermal shock.
Afterwards, the final finishes are carried out, such as grinding, polishing, and painting. The result is always surprising.